And earlier, they, I'm not
Today?
sure. Wow, it felt like
That
that.
was today.
I would say it just shows we have a lot of fight. I mean, it's gonna be it's not just starting five. It just runs down the whole team. So you know, I think it's just putting together, like coach is telling us, a good 40 minutes, consistent 40 minutes, and just be ready when your name's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like tough conversations were had early on in the season, and I had a choice to, crumble and pout or to just keep working and respond. So I decided to keep working, stay confident in myself, and the opportunities have presented themselves. And if you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready. Yeah.
Lila, go ahead.
I think that, our bench has great energy, whether that's when we come on the court or whether that's when we're on the bench. So I know Liv and myself both, whenever it's our opportunity, tie everyone on the bench. We just want to come out there and give an energy shift. And clearly that's what was needed in the third quarter. We came out a little bit flat and they went on a run to open it up. So, it's never over. We came in, we were down 15, but we have all the pieces to fight back. And I think that's what we did. It really started with defense and just trying to get stops and then run. Like Liv did a great job protecting the paint and finding the open gap so that we can make those passes to her. And hopefully we can just continue this.
And when you guys kind of things shifted after that, and you guys weren't able to score like the last 3:39 after that, they went on the 9-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think kind of changed?
I mean, they're a good team. Basketball's a game of runs. And we had a couple lapses defensively. We weren't matched up on an inbounds, and Benaja hit a three. Obviously, we're outsized for some of that game, depending on what lineups are in. So they're a good team. They know how to pick that apart and take advantage of that. But I'm like everyone has said, like proud of this team, and we have to get better. But there's stuff to build on.
Okay.
Visionary, if you could walk me through what the first 16 games have been like, finally finding your rhythm personally, but with Breezy going down and also just having the ball move the way that it has. I mean, you in a big way.
Yeah, like I've said, Breezy is a huge, huge piece, and she does so many things that like nobody even realizes unless you're playing with her. She cleans up a lot of messes and a lot of slip ups that us as guards have. So I think it's been just more focused mentally for me personally, knowing that everyone has to step up more to pick up what we're losing with her being out, and that's what we've been trying to do. I think for me personally, I'm just finally finding my footing. I didn't play in the off season because I had knee surgery, so like my first time playing was a couple months, 2 months ago. So it's kind of getting that rust off, getting confident in myself again, trusting my knee. That's a huge part of it. Is just trusting my body and that it's gonna withstand the hits and hitting the ground and things like that. So that's really where I am right now.
Kayla?
This was probably the toughest matchup you guys have had so far since losing Breezy, just between JJ, Stewie, and some all-role players in the front court there. So, since losing Breezy, especially tonight, how do you guys feel like, maybe you can answer this since you were the one banging down there with them, how do you feel like you guys kind of matched up with them without?
I would say we matched up the best we could. Obviously, Breezy brings huge size and just a huge presence down low. But I think just with with the cards that we're dealt with, I think we handle it the best that we can. And so whether that's just kind of figuring things out on the fly, being longer, being more aware of things that are going on, especially down low, whatever the case is, I think it just kind of forces us to really lock in and have to be more aware of things happening, especially in the paint.
and then Vicky.
You talked about building that confidence and all that. Was there kind of one moment you noticed throughout the season where you felt that confidence really come through to like its fullest extent?
No, I think it's just been gradual, honestly. Every day after practice, I just try to get a little bit extra work in with the coaches, and I honestly think that's what's helping me, is just really, getting in the gym, extra shooting, extra coming off ball screen, just different things that I do in the game. And once I kind of rebuild that muscle memory, that's really what it is for me on the court. I don't think people really realize how much of a mental hurdle it is being injured and trying to come back. And so I think that that's been the biggest thing for me, is just getting reps and retraining my body that I can do these things and I'm going to be able to land and, stay free from injury.
Vicky, and then last question, Lila.
Liv, obviously, you can't just step in and be brave, but as one of the front court players, Coach was saying, how you just get more and more experience, every game. Do you feel like tonight you got even more, you were defending John Kell, you kind of held your own in there against, pretty good front court. Do you feel good about just keep getting better and better, every game and getting more experience?
Definitely. I think, just with experience, that helps being more comfortable out there. It builds confidence too. So, I'm just trying to do as much as I can for my teammates when I'm out there. It's not necessarily thinking, I have to score this way, I have to defend this way, or, be like Breezy or anything like that, but just contribute as much as possible. And I just try and keep it as simple as that. So whatever we need at the moment, at the time, I'm just trying to, play that part and try and help my team in that way.
You looked pretty confident tonight. Is it contagious from DJNA?
Yeah, I would say so though. Really, when your teammates are, playing well, doing their thing and going off, I think it's infectious, honestly, and it makes it fun to just play with them. So I'd say for sure, when people are hitting their shots, when DJNA's hitting the threes and all this, it's fun to play. So it definitely makes it enjoyable.
Last question, Lila.
DJNA, AT had a, number of triple doubles tonight. Seems like that's just kind of a regular thing for her. There was a moment there in the second quarter, she had a complete full court pass to you for just a, easy layup. Just what is it like, playing with her, with someone that, has that vision, can just find you like that?
I don't want any of y'all to get used to and normalize what she's doing out there for real. That's not normal, especially from a floor player. And I think people are downplaying it. This girl has had this woman has had 3 triple doubles in the last, 10 days. That's insane. And so I think, I'm just grateful to be surrounded by a player like that, other great players, Tip, who have been in the league, DB, people who have been in the league have continued to produce all throughout their careers. And I know that whenever AT has the ball in transition, just run. This is my 3rd season with her now, sort of. And I know she's going to throw it. She looks at me, and I'm like, all right, turn the Jets on. And that's what, she throws it out there. She's a great passer. She, just her body control is amazing. The way I don't know how she does it, honestly, but she's great to play with. And I love that she pushes us to be the best that we can be every day, too.
You're really good at catching those.
I played football growing up.
All right.
I was a wide receiver.
All right.
So, yeah.
You look proud of you, but we had to wait to tell you until after.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I played football growing up. My dad played football, so I think it's genetic also. But
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
yeah.
You got a celebration every time you
I loved it. I was waiting my every time.
You already texted me that I should have gone.
Does anybody have a stat sheet? Can I steal one? Thank you. Certainly it's disappointing, to be, still, despite the fact that we really struggled, especially defensively, to still be in a position to win the ball game and not come away with it. I felt like our sense of urgency, our discipline defensively wasn't great throughout the 40 minutes of the ball game, especially early in the first half. And then they hit us in the mouth in the third quarter. I was proud of our group for responding. Our bench was huge for us, came in and really gave us a lift and got us some momentum. And defensively, that was our best lineup. And, you know, unfortunately, we had some lapses then in the fourth quarter, and you can't have those against teams like New York. The margin for error is small, but, you know, I'm proud of our group for competing. I'm proud of our group for continuing to fight. I'm proud of our bench for coming in and giving us a lift. We know that in order to accomplish what we want to accomplish, we got to be great for 40 minutes.
Lila, you just mentioned those, defensive lapses, especially in the fourth. I mean, Stewie was going off all game with them when she's able to hit, 2 triples early in the fourth. Just, is that kind of, what you're speaking to a little bit there? I mean, how tough is that when she's, hitting that throws as well? And, can you kind of just speak to just struggles to defend her throughout the game? You kind of spoke about that a little bit pre-game and just how you feel like you guys did with her throughout the night.
Yeah, I mean, I think, some of the things I'm talking about are just, letting them pass the ball around the perimeter too easy, not giving resistance, not meeting them earlier in transition, allowing them to get their spots, not matching up in transition and communicating, flying by on closeouts and contests and, and not boxing out around the rim. I mean, those are the things that I'm talking about. And, at the end of the game, it's a 1-point game with 2 minutes left, and we're not matched up on an out-of-bounds play. So more of those kinds of things. Look, Brianna Stewart's the best player in the world. She was 11 for 17. She was really efficient. You have to continue to try to make things tough on her. For us, I felt like there were missed opportunities to just make New York uncomfortable. To stay disciplined so we didn't have to be in rotation that gave up wide open shots or gave up offensive rebound opportunities. We're a really good defensive team. Tonight was not our best effort, but at the end of the day, for us, we want to continue to get better. We want to continue to find, different ways to win ball games, and tonight we weren't able to do that.
And just how did you see that also just, play out down the stretch? I mean, you guys had gone on that, 13-0 run to take the lead, and then, they outscore you guys, 9-0 for the last, almost 4 minutes there.
What was the question again? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, those defensive lapses, how did you kind of see that then play out then down the stretch after you guys were able to go on that run, just letting them, outscore you there the rest of the way?
Yeah, well, I think you have to expect them to go on runs. I mean, they're a high-powered offensive team. We just need to shorten those runs. I think at that point in the ball game, there were a couple of possessions where we got them to take tough contested twos, and then they got an offensive rebound. Or we got them to turn the ball over, and then we couldn't convert on the other end. We aren't matched up in transition, and they get an open shot. You can't do that against great teams in this league. And that's our journey, right? That's our journey, is to put it together. And at the end of the day, we're going to get plenty of opportunities to do that. We just have to keep getting better and keep bringing attention to it and keep raising our standards. Oh, she was great. I think she's been great. It's for the last however many games. I mean, she's been giving us a huge lift off the bench. Not just defensively, but scoring the basketball, getting downhill, making the right plays, being a really good rebounder for us. She was huge for us. And we need her to continue to do that.
She spoke about how, when Thomas gets the ball, she kind of just starts running. How did you feel like the two of them played together tonight, and how was that communication on court?
I think that the core group here that have been here for a while have a lot of unspoken language, and they know how to play off of each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. They know where each other is going to be. So that's why sometimes for us as coaches, we just have to show them the spacing and get out of the way, right, and let them make plays.
Could you speak to the strength of that defensive lineup and the fact that you had Lynn, you had Eugene there, the leading scorers, and yet that was the lineup that you really believed in to get stops down the stretch?
Yeah, I felt like, we weren't getting stops in that third quarter, and we had to go with our best defensive lineup. We do use some defensive analytics sometimes too, and they were our best defensive lineups in the first half, and so, I really wanted to give them an opportunity to help us get back in the ball game. Fortunately, they were really good offensively for us too. I thought you know, Nay gets it. She's been around the league. She understands, and she knows what she's needed to do and when she's needed to do that. I thought Liv was huge. I mean, her defensive awareness, her ability to alter shots defensively, to get some deflections, to find the open areas offensively when they were rotating to AT. You know, I thought she was really big, and so you know, I wanted to continue to go with that lineup that got us back in the ballgame.
Steph, that's what I was gonna ask you about Liv. You keep saying she just needs the experience, you know, tonight's one of those times where she got, you know, on one play, she defended John Kell, and then got the defensive rebound, came down the floor, and then scored against them. So she is getting like her trial by fire, kind of like she can't be Bree, but she can be herself, and you see her just evolving constantly.
I really do. You know, she's a worker. She's a sponge. You know, she really absorbs everything that is said to her. You know, has really good defensive awareness and instincts, and I think for her, you know, she doesn't always have to block a shot to affect the play defensively. And when she has high hands, I mean, she's able to get those rebounds, and then she's able to get putbacks, and she's able to, you know, find plays offensively because she has a good understanding of the open areas. You know, we'll keep developing, you know, her skill set certainly, but it's really easy to do that when you have somebody that has really good instincts.
And she had a little bit of confidence tonight, like she said, it's kind of contagious from Dejanay, like, but she played with a little bit of confidence tonight.
She did. You know, I feel like there are a lot of games where we see that, where Liv comes out and she gets a block or two, and she gets a little like drop pass and puts it in, or an offensive rebound put back, and you can start to see it you know, coming together for her.
Can you just speak a little bit about the decision to kind of ride Ty there at the end? She played a lot of minutes tonight, she put 3 there, so can you just talk a little bit about that decision?
Yeah, I felt like Ty really had a good hold on what we were trying to do offensively. Felt she got the ball moving. She made the right plays, made the right, you know, passes and reads. You know, sometimes when you play a team that's really long and athletic and quick recovering on the defensive end of the floor, the ball's got to move a little bit quicker, and you really got to understand, you know, what we want. I just felt like Ty did a really good job. You know, I think T. Oftentimes we see this in the game where quick foul trouble somebody just doesn't quite get into the rhythm of the ball game, and I felt like Ty just played really well and got us into stuff that we wanted to get into.
Was there a specific game there covered Sabrina tonight? I know that the focus was on Brianna, but you guys held her house, Sabrina was 6 points. Was there a specific game plan going into the defender tonight?
No, we just gave Tiffany Hayes the matchup, and you know, Tiff's an outstanding defender. She can use her length and use her quickness, and then you know, T was on her for a while too, and just really wanted to get into her, make it difficult for her to get open shots. You know, she is a great scorer and great shooter, and we wanted to try to get into her space, make her hit contested shots, not allow her to get those wide open shots. She's got great instincts on when to get behind a screen and take those shots, and we just kind of want to use our quickness and our length to try to keep her off balance.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.